Oh fuck! Oh.
What just happened?
Oh my god.
Hello guys, and welcome to round 3 of the Valhalla Gamer Formula 1 Championship Season 2, coming to you this week from Shanghai.
The Shanghai International Circuit in China, of all places. Who knew that Chinese had a racetrack, Alistair?
Yes, well, we found out last week. So qualifying was qualifying was dominated by Xeris in the Ferrari. He gets his first pole position.
Yes, it was a good time from Xeris in the 1:36.3. Madbird 6/10 down on him, and Megatron only 3/10 back on Megatron.
That's going to be the biggest gap we've seen between first and second for quite a while. So well done to Xeris there. He certainly is on the pace this week. Mono, a second down on pole time, out-qualifies his teammate Rambo for the first time this year.
Yep, there's only 2/10 between the two Saubers. That's pretty close. We've got Heathy behind in 6th place with 1.9 seconds down on the race leader.
Yeah, Cron 2.1, just a couple of tenths down on Goofball. Maurizio in the Force India with his with a 2.4 seconds off. Frag 2.7 seconds, the last of the runners to set a time. JJ had a bit of a disconnection issue, and so no time recorded there, and Stairs decided not to set a time.
Yep, after seeing, I believe it was after seeing Xeris's blistering time.
Yes, I believe his words were, "Oh fuck," and decided to opt for a different strategy.
It's not a terrible decision.
Start on primes that have not been used. So interesting to see how that pans out. Bright sunshine in the Shanghai.
It's going to be a bright, sunshiny day, I think.
That's correct. Yeah. So here come the lights.
And we're off with Stairs having a bit of a slow one. It looks like
a bit of a tardy getaway. Maybe he's just hanging back because everyone else is clearly on option tyres.
JJ gotten away pretty good, but he's...
Xeris is away well into the lead, although he's just gone a bit wide, and Madbird's diving down the inside to try and get that position, but Xeris will have the inside on the second corner, and there he goes, and you can see a bit of action there. Stairs has managed to get past Frag and Maurizio. He's actually, Maurizio's just up ahead. He's got past Frag, and someone else, I don't know quite who, that might have been Cron, perhaps, as he goes to dive down the inside. Maurizio's gone. Everyone up ahead's gone wide.
Everyone has gone incredibly wide in that corner.
And Stairs has got nowhere to go there. He's got to take to the grass to get past there, and unfortunately a bit of an illegal overtake there, so he's got to let those positions past. Everyone who was anyone was blocking the track there, so JJ looks like he got spun out by that. Bit unfortunate to see, and as Xeris has got a comfortable lead at this stage over Madbird.
Yep, Madbird and Xeris, I think, just managed to get away from that carnage on that first couple of corners there, so that's...
Stairs runs very, very deep into that corner there, and a few cars off the track, and they're 3 wide almost coming out of that corner onto the long straight.
They are 3 wide, actually, coming onto the straight. Look at it go.
And looks like Stairs is trying to get a bit of a slipstream on Goofball antics here, and get that position. So quite good having been on primes, as we see a little bit of lag happening there. We've got Rambo and Goofball glitching. And Stairs has to take to the outside of the track to try and avoid an early braking Rambo, and a little bit of contact there. It looks like, I think that was Mono slightly spun, and Stairs gets a penalty for that. Very unfortunate.
And then, tries to shoot through the 2 cars to get into the pits to serve his penalty, but...
Yeah, saw a gap, and it was very, very quickly realised that was not a gap that was going to remain open. So very unfortunate there. Stairs reversing to get back into the pits, and it's given him another penalty for that. Well, actually, probably that penalty was for cutting off Mono into the final corner there, and I believe you probably get another penalty for reversing into the pit lane, and there you go. So a horrendous start. I don't think you could possibly have a worse start.
I think the only person who's ever had a worse start than that, Alistair, was possibly Robert, when his life just went down the drain.
Ah, yes. Well, I
mean, I don't think anyone in the world can claim to have a worse life than Robert,
if you're born into a toilet, then that's something that happens. Unfortunately,
it is something that happens, even if it isn't something you want to happen.
Generally, you say, life can only get better from here, but in his case, it didn't.
In his case, it hasn't really, unfortunately. Just wanted to remind you once again, 1-800-HELP-ROBERT now. That's the telethon to...
Yes, this week we're raising funds for a feature-length documentary on his brother, Anton, who unfortunately has asbestosis. So
it's a bit unfortunate.
Yeah, well, we're raising money. You'll probably see the number on the screen there to raise money for that very, very worthy cause.
That entire family.
Keep the film
honestly, like, just my heart goes out to them because they have had shit luck.
They've had a pretty bad run for the last 20 or 30 years, so that's quite unfortunate. We like to see them get back on their feet and get back to the old times. Xerus set the fastest lap of the race there. It was a 140. I think he's the only runner in the 140s at this stage, and Madbird about a second down on him. So looking to try and stay in touch with Xerus and perhaps go for the win. Rob, we've got you in the pits there.
Yes, that's true.
Okay, can you see what's going on there?
Ah, yes, Stairs looks like he's coming into pit, but there's no crew out there. It's very oh, he's going. Oh, it's a drive-through penalty. Oh, this is huge. Stairs has got a drive-through penalty, and oh, that's amazing.
Thank you, Robert.
Thank you, Robert.
We did actually know that. Thank you anyway. Perhaps we won't cut to him for a while because Stairs has got another 2 or 3 penalties left to serve.
Yeah, we don't want to let him shoot his wad too early.
We'll confuse him, I think. As Madbird hits the fastest lap of that race, so he's certainly putting pressure on Xerus there, and you can see the gap visibly. He's much closer.
And Megatron's 7 seconds down. We've just heard on Madbird. So there's a decent amount of breathing space between the front runners and the second pack.
Jay actually has just set the fastest lap of the race, so that's going to be interesting to see where he comes. I'm not sure what position he's in at the moment, but he's making a recovery after his first lap spin.
Yes, that was a bad start for him, but he's a goer. He'll get it back if he can.
That's right. He's a goer. Going is what he does.
He is a goer, and going is what he does best, especially whilst he's going.
That's true. And Xerus goes exceptionally wide on the double left-hand, or double apex left-hander there, and Madbird's through into the lead, so that's crucial in this race.
Yes, indeed. Madbird brakes a little bit early, I think, for that corner, and got a little shunt for his trouble, but...
Certainly did. Got a bit of a tap, and Xerus trying to go around the outside onto the long straight. He's going to have DRS for sure, or maybe not. Actually, I'm not sure where the DRS activation point was. Xerus has actually got through into the lead. It'll be interesting to see who it is that has DRS once we get to the zone.
I believe he does have DRS because he was slightly behind Madbird
Xerus,
going through the detection. Yes.
Yes.
Going through the detection point, so...
So,
you never want to be trying to battle a Ferrari that has DRS down a long straight.
Crucial move from Xerus there. He managed to stay in touch and capitalise when mistakes were made.
Yes, indeed, and Madbird's got DRS right back again on the start-finish straight, so...
There you go, you can see him pressing that button.
Can't see this battle ending anytime soon.
He's looking very like he wants to take a bit of a lunge down into the first corner, but he thought better of it. But Xerus goes slightly wide, and perhaps opens the door just a little bit, but Madbird's not able to capitalise.
I think there was a possible little bit of contact there with Madbird shunting him out a little bit wide in that first corner, so...
Very different lines by those two drivers, so... this is not something that will be decided on this lap, that's for sure.
Well, Madbird coming up on the inside on Xerus with that DRS assisted.
Oh.
Gives him a little bit of a shunt coming around the corner, but lets
side
him...
by side, approaching the final corner, and Xerus has got the inside, and he's actually got a little bit of the jump on him, acceleration-wise. But he's gone
gone very deep, and Madbird with DRS is going to stream past him here up the start-finish straight. That was...
Yeah, he went exceptionally tight into the final corner, and allowed Madbird to pass before the corner, and also he had DRS, so that's incredible mistake from Xerus there.
I think he tried to take the defensive line, but just broke a little bit too late, that one, and
yeah,
took a bit too much speed
probably
into the
didn't
corner.
need to be quite as defensive as he was there. Madbird wasn't really in a place to overtake if he had stayed on the racing line.
No, and then Xerus handed it to him on a silver platter, so...
Yes, with lots of fine wine.
Doesn't know how to speak.
Oh, Madbird goes on the inside of the bollard there into the final corner, so that's an interesting line indeed.
Surprised he didn't get a warning for a corner cutting there. His tyres not looking happy at all.
Yes, they're looking much unhappy.
Much unhappy indeed.
Yeah.
This is it's a bit of a cruel track on the tyres. Not as bad as Malaysia, I don't think, but
This is true, yes.
still a lot of corners that you sort of have to really wrench the wheel around.
Yeah, those tyres are redder than a heart patient.
Yeah, but you'll be on time.
You know,
Some semblance of practice.
as their faces go flushed and red.
I'm aware of the yes.
It was a medical reference.
It was yes, it was. I just don't think. I think that was a little bit insensitive considering what happened to Robert Hunt on the weekend.
Oh yeah, I mean that's been coming for a while. Osiris is, I don't know, I think we've missed that. Robert, speaking of Robert, actually, he's, Osiris, I believe, has pitted, has he?
Oh, good question.
He's the red car, Robert. Did you see a red car?
Oh yes, no, actually, funny about that, he did come into the pits and, well,
Thank you, Robert. So it looks like Xerus is pit possibly for some prime tires to try to do a longer stint, but it'd be helpful if we had some inside information on the pit, but that's obviously not forthcoming.
Yeah, so it's not fourth, it's not even fifth coming, to be honest. He does appear to be coming into the pits right now, so, Robert, what tyres do they have ready for him?
I'm gonna, not sure.
Okay.
Thank you, Robert.
Thank you, Robert, indeed.
I'm gonna be pitting.
Okay, well, I'm gonna take this line. Oh, you goddamn.
That's an interesting line there from Rambo. He's dived into the pit lane as Xerus was ready to take his normal line. Gone on the inside there, which is not generally the done thing. Robert, did you see that?
Oh! I got hit in the face by a bit of, oh, yeah.
Stairs has caught up to Maurizio here. He's only a second down on him, so
Yeah, that's huge. Maurizio, I'm assuming
looking to
would
get
have
into the
pitted.
points.
Yes, although it looks like he's on the prime tyres, so it depends. I'm not sure whether Maurizio started on those prime tyres. Can you shed some light on that, Robert? Did Maurizio start on the prime tyres?
It's a possibility, but he also might have started on the option tyres and pitted for prime tyres.
Frankly, I thought they would have been better raising the money for the treatment for his illness, but the documentary is a good idea too, as Stairs pours the slipstream of Maurizio, and here he goes down the inside at the hairpin.
Inside,
looks like that's job
hits
done.
the apex, and that is beautiful onto the penultimate straight, coming out towards the start-finish straight. Stairs into 10th position and into the points.
Yeah, so determined as he knocks out
And
the bollard
knocks the
there.
bollard out, yes.
So Maurizio's going to have DRS along this straight, but determined to race clean after those enormous amount of penalties. But the job is not done there. Maurizio has enormous closing pace coming into the first corner, and
Sorry, Alistair coming around the outside, but has been shunted a little bit and gone a little bit wide into the grass.
a little bit of contact, and
Maurizio's back in.
Maurizio just gets Stairs got knocked off the racing line just slightly, and that causes him to lose momentum and go onto the grass. But for the time being, Maurizio has the place back, so well done by him.
Yeah, Madbird has when he came out of the pits, he was straight back into P1. He must have built a pretty good lead over the followers, but
Yeah, Xerus seems to be a reasonable distance back there.
yeah, Xerus is still tracking him down, probably about 4 or 5 seconds down, I think, possibly.
So, yeah, he certainly lost out in that pit lane accident with Rambo. As Stairs, that is not generally the place where you overtake, but he just had so much speed coming out of that fast right-hander, and
He's made it work.
immediately fucks it up as he goes into that double left-hander onto the AstroTurf and lets Maurizio back through. So
Force India just overtakes and is on the inside line, but
and as they come past the DRS detection zone, Stairs was I'd say less than a tenth of a second behind Maurizio. So he looks like he's got a huge run on Maurizio here.
Whoa.
Almost too much there. It looks like Maurizio almost lifted his foot off the throttle there and jumping back and forth quite quickly. So Stairs has used about 3/4 of his curves and just doesn't seem to have the closing speed with DRS open on that lap.
I think that may be because of the momentum that he lost when suddenly Maurizio seemed to just stop in front of him. That had to slam on the brakes to avoid from hitting him. Oh, and Alistair going into the pits on lap 10.
Yeah, it looks like he's given up on that battle to get new tyres.
Xerus has set in a fastest lap of the race, so that's not going to be... Mabo's not going to be happy about that, because that Ferrari is going to be closing something fierce.
The McLaren pitting on tyres, getting new ones.
Thank you, Robert. So...
I didn't know he could just cut in, actually.
No, I thought we had to go to him.
Yeah, apparently we did.
That opens up a whole new can of beans
Oh,
if he can just jump in whenever he wants.
Yes,
Jesus Christ.
Oh, let's hope that doesn't happen.
Let's hope that doesn't happen too often.
We'll actually, this might be something Rob will know. Rob, do you know what colour the option and the prime tyre, or the difference is?
No, I don't.
Okay, thank you, Robert.
Okay, cool. My chair swivels back and forth just a little bit.
The rest of the track is shit.
I myself have never had asbestosis, but I
No,
know
me
that
neither.
I wouldn't want my mortgage foreclosed on while I had asbestosis.
No,
so,
that just seems like it'd be kicking you while you had asbestosis, which,
Yeah, which would probably affect you know, one or two aspects of your life in a negative way.
That would be foolish if there was more than one.
I think at some point, you know, we missed out. You know, we're taught to just trying to interrupt you there. Looks like Maurizio's pitted and dropped to that position.
Tires are getting old again.
Actually, what's going on? Frag's pitted as well.
Oh my God,
we
Robert.
should stop talking about this. Sorry, go ahead, man.
No, I was just going to say, Robert, have Frag and Maurizio pitted? Can you tell us what's going on down there?
No, but they have driven in and stopped at their in their pit garages for new tyres.
You should be fine over the course.
So you're telling us that they've pitted?
No.
That was funny because they said my guy told me.
Okay, I think that he probably is actually.
I think he's just a little bit confused there.
Well,
but
he had a fairly major blow to the head on Friday, so we won't worry about too much about that. He's at least given us the information that we need. They have pitted. I believe we've got some team radio from Goofball Antics on the prospect of whether or not he's pitting this lap.
You're fucking crazy if you think I'm pitting this lap.
yeah, that's a bold. That's a clear statement from Heathy that he probably will not be pitting this lap, Alistair.
Yes, he does prefer to make those tyres last and try and minimise the amount of time he spends in the pit lane. So Jay up into second place temporarily, at least, while Xeris takes service for new tyres. When he does pit, he'll have to slow down and probably come to a stop even to get those tyres changed. So that will certainly hinder his forward momentum.
I do remember the Malaysian Grand Prix of 1986 where
Time comes up that I'm
About 12 years before the track was built.
where Sebastian Ricardo's pit crew were running alongside, changing the tyres as he was rolling through the pits. That was an incredible manoeuvre. That was
and considering how hot it was there and the fact that the track hadn't been built yet, it made that performance even more extraordinary.
Yeah, there was I think that was
Sebastian Ricardo, he's got Australian-German heritage, I believe, doesn't he?
Yes, he does, exactly, and I think that was
Just like Fernando Raikkonen. Yes, that race has one of the probably the unwanted jurisdiction as being a race that's not remembered by many people because it didn't take place. Who was that driver? Wasn't around for long. I think it was Jaime Verjerbelstappen.
Yes, Jaime Verjerbelstappen. He was an incredible statesman of the sport.
Incredibly bad driver. Yeah, exactly. As Stairs jumps into the pit lane, so lap 20. I'm not quite sure actually how long he's been on those tyres, but they certainly are looking very worn. And what tyres we got ready for him there? What's your name, Rob?
Yeah, they've got yellow ones.
Okay, thank you. So yellow tyres, rather the options, I believe, going on Stairs' car there. So I think he's gone prime option. Perhaps was what he's done.
Possibly, yeah. Just Natasha, our commentary booth lady, just brought in some donuts for us, so that was very nice of her. Madbird going to the pits, getting some options on.
Natasha's Russian.
Yes, we've got a very multicultural group here. Robert,
Yes.
what's going on in the pits?
That guy came in for pit lane and yellow wheels.
Okay, thank you, Robert. So Xeris has got the undercut on Madbird.
That's incredible.
Madbird down into second place, chasing after Xeris, but JJ still a little bit too far back. We'll see how long it is, because that's obviously a contaminated result. But
So pit strategy there seems to have favoured Xeris at this point. He's pitting early has been a stroke of genius for Xeris there.
well, he is going to be on worn tyres, while Madbird's is still a little bit younger. I think Xeris is on some prime tyres. His should last longer, but Madbird has to catch up now while the getting's good.
We're getting a bit of radio chatter from Madbird there.
Oh God, I'm not used to responsive tyres.
Not used to responsive tyres, so that's an interesting analysis from the driver there.
That's not exactly a bad problem to have, to be honest.
My uncle is a dairy farmer, and he gets shat on all over the place.
Does he?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it is.
Stairs, having had a pit for the new option tyres, he's come out behind Frag.
Old Frag in, yes.
And-
Very amazing closing speed there. Frag's on old primes.
Oh.
And just a little bit of contact there, just a little bit erratic from Stairs. I don't think he was expecting to have such enormous closing speed on Frag there.
That was incredible.
Frag's dived into the pits, so he doesn't have to worry about it now.
Yep, so Stairs back up to 9th position, definitely well into the points.
Sends a few more points.
You
on
can
the table.
see just how much closer he is to Megatron now. That he is staring at him, and oh, Megatron's gone.
He's not. Yeah, that's the thing. You
Oh
get
no, there he is again. No, now he's gone.
as you come into the slower corners, you just get to see them, and then they zoom off as they get their foot on the throttle as you're still sitting on the brakes there. But the gap is 1.5 seconds, so he's only got a little bit to go before he'll be in DRS territory.
That was 2 seconds in a lap, so that was incredible performance there from Alistair catching up, and
Yeah, those option tyres seem to be serving him well.
yes, indeed, they're going to be getting a little bit worn now, though. He got onto them in lap 20, I believe, so.
Yeah, lap 20, so they're still within their working life.
Not to mention his horrible gambling addiction.
Oh yes, well that's secondary to the ongoing problems.
But never mind, look at how close Stairs is to Megatron here. He has got DRS something absolutely going through this.
Absolutely, and he's
coming
got
over the straight.
he's in the slipstream through there, and he may well be passed before the DRS zone's even going there. He's got
It looks like he's going to. That is incredible closing speed there from the McLaren, and he is overtaking.
He's not even using his curves. He's got half a bar left, so perhaps he's just going to use that to try and zoom off this final corner. He's going slightly deep there and allows Megatron through, but that's safe as houses, that one.
Yeah, and there goes the curves, little button push there, and then coming around onto the start-finish straight, and probably drain the rest of the curves. Yes.
We got some team radio from Goofball Antics there.
Yes, I know I'm 12 seconds off the fucking car. Haven't talked to me for 26 laps. Now that's what you're gonna say?
Maddie, 2.7 seconds down on Xeris with 2 laps to go inclusive, so
It's on.
it is on.
It's on like Donkey Kong.
It is on like Donkey Kong. Madbird is tracking this Ferrari down with a fucking something to track with a
vehicle
with
that
a-
has
with
faster
wheels.
pace. Yes, goes round and round, but really no time to talk about that right now because the closing speed for under that corner for Stairs means he will most likely have DRS. The last time they measured the gap, it was just over a second, but he closed a lot under braking there, so I would imagine doesn't have the same gap to Megatron or that he had to Megatron, but he's trying to get that slipstream, and Rambo's just going back and forth trying to get Stairs out of the slipstream, and
Oh, and he is shot down the inside. And then a bump
contact
from
there.
Rambo, but
yeah, he had the inside, and he's been just given a penalty, so that's huge.
that is huge and completely unwarranted, that penalty. I've got no idea why that happened.
Yeah, well, Stairs went for the inside. He had a lot more closing speed than I think either of them were expecting, and under braking just was alongside Rambo, and Rambo turned in. And
Meanwhile, Madbird has got
Penalty was
incredible closing speed on Xeris. He doesn't even have DRS coming up the inside on the start-finish straight. Xeris is nearly out of fuel. He's got to go on lean fuel mixture, and Madbird is taking as much advantage as he possibly can.
that was amazing, amazing racing there. So the DRS helping Madbird, something fierce there.
Didn't actually have DRS on that straight.
Oh, did he not?
No, it's just that the Ferrari on lean fuel mix is no match for the Lotus on a standard fuel mix by the looks of it.
So improper fuel saving seems to have cost Xeris, and that's just why he was so much slower, perhaps.
Yes, but it's definitely not over. Xeris still only 0.5 of a second down on Madbird, and he's going to have DRS.
We're on the final lap of this race, and we're looking for a grandstand finish. And Xeris is maybe hoping to save a little bit of fuel in the slipstream of Madbird's Lotus. So yeah, as we say, unfortunate there. It doesn't look like Stairs will be able to catch up to Goofball Antics, but those two positions, he's going to probably finish 7th on track, but 20-second penalty applied after the race will probably drop him back a bit.
Madbird got an awkward line around that long bend, but
Yeah, but Xeris doesn't seem like he's close enough to capitalise on it. I wonder if he has DRS. He is close, and he's getting showered in sparks there by the Lotus, and this is going to be the race.
he has
winning
got some
move.
incredible speed coming up on the inside there.
Goes for the inside, and he brakes very, very late.
Oh, that is incredibly deep there from the Ferrari, and Madbird swoops through into P1 again, and
Desperate late braking lunge from Xeris. It hasn't paid off, but he had to try. And,
final corner of the penultimate corner bet rather.
Madbird wins in China.
Madbird wins in Shanghai.
That was incredible. So what a finish there. Xeris certainly was, pushing him for it.
Alistair coming around the penultimate bend here.
Yeah, he's got almost a full bar of curves there, or half a bar of curves there, as we see. Maurizio looks like he's getting lapped there off the track, and Madbird, another close victory for another close victory. 3 out of 3 different winners in each race this season so far, and all of them have been decided by only a couple of seconds, if not less.
Yeah, Madbird with a 47-minute, 38-second race at Shanghai, with Xeris only 2 seconds down on him, and that was all that last corner, or that penultimate corner rather, where he just went incredibly deep, didn't brake anywhere near soon enough. And that could have been the race for the Ferrari, but that's the way the cookie crumbles, Alice.
Yes, that's the way the cookie crumbles, and Jay, that them having in the end a lonely finish in 3rd there, but that's a second podium or 3rd.
That's an incredible result considering that he spun out in the first corner, though.
Yes, good recovery drive. Cron, 31 seconds back. I think it's roughly the same gap he had in the previous race, so showing his consistency on track that certainly doesn't suit his car.
Yes, no, that Curator not managing the fast speeds on those long straights, but Mono and Sauber,
yeah, from the
2 seconds down.
From the dizzying heights of Sepang, he drops down.
Drops down to 5th at Shanghai, and 2 seconds down on Cron. With Heathy a little bit lonely as well, a little bit lonely as well, with a 20-second gap to Mono in front and another 20-second gap to Rambo behind. So
that's right. And Megatron, 1 minute 15 seconds down in 8th place. Stairs with his penalty finishes just ahead of Frag, who finished in 10th, and Maurizio 1 lap down. Looking at the championship results after that, Madbird catapulted into the lead of the championship with 52 points from Mono, who drops down to 2nd.
yeah, it's definitely not a blowout by any means. Only 5 points rather between them, with Cron dropping down into 3rd place from his 2nd that he had at Malaysia, and Jay jumping up into 4th.
Jay's on the rise there with 38 points from Rambo, who drops down a position after finishing a little bit further back. Xeris and Stairs tied on points at this stage on 24 points apiece.
That's an incredible jump. 4 positions from Xeris from that 2nd place victory, or 2nd place
Finish,
yeah. With Goofball dropping down into 8th position underneath the 2 Xeris and Stairs.
Yes, Megatron 16 points for him. Drops a few positions after that. Maurizio doesn't add to his points tally with an 11th place finish, and Frag adds another point to his tally.
Yeah, so Frag was on 2 points, with the Blez unfortunately with no scoring after Malaysia.
Yes, he's not. Well, Malaysia was the only race he started, so he doesn't obviously add to his points tally, having not competed in the race.
Mm-hmm.
So next week we're off to Bahrain.
Bahrain, which is some shitty little island off the coast of Saudi Arabia, I believe. I've been Madbird.
I've been Stairs.
And Robert, do you want to say any parting words?
I was thinking about this all day. No,